Now, check this out. Last week, a sharp MS68 2001 Roosevelt dime sold for an eye-popping $225 at auction, and that's just the beginning of the story. This coin, well, it looks ordinary at first glance. Tiny profile of President Roosevelt, smooth edge. But get this, here's exactly what to look for. First, inspect the mint mark. The P at Philadelphia should be razor crisp, not doubled or repunched. And here's exactly what to look for on errors. A double die obverse will show doubling on the word liberty, almost like a ghost image. Most people miss this detail, but when collectors realized what they had, the bid skyrocketed. Now, I've seen plenty of these over the years, but one collector just found an off-center strike in an old pocket change roll, and suddenly, that dime wasn't worth 10 cents, it was worth $1,500. And here's the thing, at first glance, nothing special. But look closer, that shift in design is a red flag warning for authenticity and value. Condition matters. In low grade, G4, you're looking at around $1.50. In mid-grade, MS63, closer to $3. But a gem uncirculated MS67? Expect $50 to $75. And mint state beauties, MS68 and above, have recently been trending upward. Last month's sale proves that. But here's what you really need to know: always check your collection under good light, use a loupe on the date and mint mark, and avoid cleaned coins, they scream trouble. And here's a surprising fact: 2001 was the first year of the Roosevelt dime's new matte finish proof set, making proof errors incredibly sought after. You won't believe this, a single 2003 P Roosevelt dime struck on an elliptical planchet just sold for $173 at a major auction last month. This coin, well, it's something special. At first glance it looks like any dime, but, check that obverse, see how the edge is clipped from 9:30 to 3 o'clock? That irregular, football-shaped planchet is a collector's dream. And get this, a proof 2003S with a dramatic double die on, "In God We Trust," brought in over $1,100 earlier this year. What's fascinating is how subtle that doubling is. You've got to tilt the coin under bright light to catch every ripple. Here's exactly what to look for: crisp mint marks, P, D, or that elusive S proof, plus full band strength on the reverse torch. If every read is uninterrupted, you're onto something valuable. But here's where it gets good. Last February, a 2003 P Mule variant popped up on eBay and closed at nearly $65. Now, can you believe this? In October 2003, a Denver strike in pristine mint state 67 with those famous full bands on the reverse, yes, full bands, went for a jaw-dropping $575. And then, fast forward to July 16, 2018, a full bands MS66 shot up to nearly $760. That's market shock right there. This coin, well, it looks innocuous at first glance, but look closer. Here's exactly what to look for. First, the mint mark. On a 1971 P you'll see nothing, no P at all, but on a D near the torch's base, that little D should be crisp and centered. And here's exactly what to look for on the reverse: those horizontal bands around the fasces. If they're sharply separated, you've got the coveted full bands variety. Now, I've seen plenty of these over the years, but most people miss this detail: the repunched mint mark on some Denver strikes, that double stamp D, can push values into four figures. But here's what you really need